G'day, welcome back to RC Model Reviews. I'm not on the bench at the workshop, I'm on the desk at home because it's too damn cold. It's winter here in the southern hemisphere, so I'm not going out there and getting my little man parts all frozen off just for you guys, but I am going to bring you some interesting stuff, I hope. Now, what I got here is something that Runcam sent me. It is the new Wi-Fi link. It is the OpenIPC digital FPV project, and it's the hardware to go with it. Because one of the problems with some of these open source things is, where do you get the hardware? You know, if you want to tinker around and make boards up and whatever, it's fine. But if you just want to play with the system and have a platform on which to follow the progress, well, this is probably a good way to go. Now, this is not a ready-to-go FPV system you can buy, throw in a quad and go and have some fun. It's far from it. It's in the very early days, and although it works, and I'll be doing some videos showing it working, although it works, there are some things that would mean that you're not going to be flying a 5-inch freestyle with this particular FPV system, but it could be good enough to do fixed wing with a flight controller if you're running something like iNav, where you're going along for the ride, okay? You've got an digital FPV system, you want to be able to see where the plane is, what's happening. You're not weaving your way with close proximity through the trees because it's got a bit of latency, about 100 milliseconds of latency, which is, you know, twice, 3 times that of the DJI system. And people complain that DJI's got too much latency. So yeah, there's a way to go there before we get that far down the track. And also, as this comes at the moment, if you buy the full package, you get this video transmitter and camera, and you get this receiver here, which is a Wi-Fi type receiver, which has an USB-A into a USB-C, which you plug into your phone. Or you can connect it to a laptop. But I mean, to me, FPV isn't about looking at a phone. It's not about looking at a laptop screen. It's about looking through goggles. And there's no, as far as I can see, quick and easy, ready-to-go solution for plugging this into your goggles yet. That's a shame, because I'd really like to have something that plugged into the goggles. However, I do believe that they have a Raspberry Pi-based ground station under development, which could mean HDMI out into your favorite set of goggles. So when that comes, this will be really something that's a lot of fun to play around with rather than a curiosity. So I will be looking at that. I've got a number of Raspberry Pi boards that I can apply to the task if I can find the code, and I'll wire it up and see how that goes. Also, if you're using something like a Raspberry Pi with a pretty good H.265 decoder built into the chip, it may be lower latency than using a good phone. We don't know. I'll test. I will find out for you. So in the meantime, if you're interested in tinkering, playing with this sort of thing, and editing a few text files and doing a little bit of wiring, then this could be something to while away the hours as the Northern Hemisphere starts moving into fall and winter. So yeah, keep an eye on it. And it's pretty damn cheap. It's pretty damn cheap. I think it was like $80 for this bit and about $100 or something for the whole kit and caboodle, which is not too bad. Not too bad at all for, for what you're getting. And one thing else that came from Runcam is this, the Runcam Thumb2. Now, is it Thumbcam? Yeah, Runcam Thumb2. Now, I like the thumb cameras. I've got them on a couple of my models. I have them on my little tiny whoop here. This is the Fox Whoop. I have it on there because it's just simple, light and convenient. In fact, I've made this one portable because I've got a little 5-volt regulator here that I just plug into the balance leader on the battery. So I can move this around if I want to, because I've only got one of the actual thumbs, and I do like them so much. They're so light. Now this thing, yeah, not so light, about 30-something grams, so it's a bit heavier than the little thumb, but it is 4K, and the big selling feature of this, the thing that makes this so much better than all the other Runcam cameras, can you guess what it is? 4K. No, the other ones do 4K. This is 4K at 60 frames per second. That's the big difference. Now 4K at 30 frames per second, it's okay if you've got a good ND filter. You get nice flowing, smooth footage with an ND filter. If you do not have an ND filter, it looks horrible. 4K at 30 looks absolutely horrible. Ooh, stuttery and staccato. And if you're doing like a pan or whatever, it's just, looks like you're watching a really old movie filmed at 12 frames a second. It's too much. Without motion blur, 4K 30 looks like crap. Now, this is great because it will do 4K 60, and you can buy it with a set of ND filters. It's got 3 NDs, I think. So you can choose an ND filter for the day because, as anyone who flies FPV knows, if you want to get really good footage from your onboard high-definition recording camera, you need an ND filter. Firstly, it gives you the slower shutter speed that allows that nice motion blur, which makes it look like you're going even faster. And also, you have the ability, the ND filters, to reduce jello, because every quad's got a little bit. So this is looking like a good camera. I'm going to be trying it out. I'll show you because we've got spring coming up. Try and get some great spring footage of me crashing into trees loaded with blossoms. You'll love that. And we'll see how it performs. But as I say, virtually all of my other quads have got Runcam cameras on them. Not because they're the best quality video output, but because they're the best price performance point. You know, most of the Runcam cameras are $100 or so. And so they are, you know, a tiny fraction of the price for a pretty good fraction of the performance of something like a GoPro or something else. So yeah, I choose Runcam because of the value. Not because they're the best quality, but because they're the best value, at least for me. Because to be honest, I break a few cameras. Concrete's not very forgiving, and cameras are not indestructible. So there you go. I will be doing a full separate review on this with lots of footage for you to see. And in the meantime, this is just like an intro. Oh, I nearly forgot. Almost forgot. This is supposed to be a sort of what's arrived video. Well, this arrived too. Look at that. That's the new Jumper T15 with its fancy gimbals and everything. I will be, you know, I haven't taken I never take the film off. Always, I love the bubbles. They're my favorite bit. This I will be doing a review on. It's interesting. It's going to be a little bit more than a review actually, because let's be totally honest about this. I mean, I know Jumper don't want me to say this, but radios are radios these days. They're all pretty much the damn same, and they're all pretty reliable. They all work really well. So how do you choose one against the other? You know, because I mean, Radio Master has a pretty comparable radio out now. I don't have one of those at the moment, unfortunately. But what would make you choose a Jumper over anything else? Oh, well, I'm going to look a little bit back at the history of radios, and I'm going to compare this modern state-of-the-art brand new radio to the stuff we used to fly years ago, before 2.4 gigahertz. Let's compare the old long wire systems of yesteryear to a state-of-the-art modern digital system from Jumper. I think that'll be an interesting comparison. Just look at how far we've come and the things we had to put up with just a few short, 20 years ago. It's amazing. It's amazing how far we've come. Anyway, that's it for another video. There's lots more coming because the weather is starting to warm up, and I want to get out there and do as much as I can while I can. In the meantime, thank you for watching. Comments to the usual place. Give the video a thumbs up if you like it. If you don't like it, I don't care. I'm going to make them anyway. Thanks for watching, guys. See you soon.